Difficult and challenging situations bring out our real face. Part of your success and happiness at workplace and relationships depends on your ability to effectively handle and negotiate the problems. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react or respond to it. How many times this happened with you in your relationships and at workplace that during stressful, challenging situations you reacted without thinking much and later regretted? How many times it happened you wished you should not have said or did what you said or did? Situations or people may press our wrong buttons, get on our nerves, forcing us to react. Kindly don't succumb to this temptation. Be smart and wise. In challenging situations, we might not be able to control what happens to us, but we can definitely control how and when we respond to these circumstances. There is a difference between reacting and responding to situations. Reactions are impulsive, quick, without much thought, tense and aggressive. It's a survival instinct and sometimes a defensive mechanism. Reactions are like a puppy who hasn't been trained. That untrained puppy is going to bark at every dog it sees, jump at every passing neighbor, and then he will eat his dinner as soon as he sees it. A response is thoughtful, calm, non-threatening, and done with reasoning. People who respond put their thoughts ahead of their actions. It's based on the information from their both conscious and subconscious mind and is a slow and thought-oriented. When you respond, you first explore in your mind the possible outcomes of your reply before saying a word. You may weigh the pros and cons and consider what would be the best for yourself and others in the situation. Responses are more like the well-trained and well-behaved dog who comes when you call him, barks only when there is a reason to bark, and waits patiently for his treat. Reaction without thinking leads to destruction, while response resolves conflict quickly and is result-oriented. Emotionally high, immature, ignorant, inexperienced people choose reaction over response, while people who are rational, mature, wise, knowledgeable choose response over reactions. Would you rather be the type of leader, partner, or a person who creates a calm, safe, secure, happy environment around people like the well-behaved dog? Or would you rather be the kind of leader, partner, or person who is a wild card, totally unpredictable, and can cause the people around them stress, fear, insecurity like the untrained puppy? Always choose response over reaction, and what sort of response you choose, that also matters. Life is all about the choices you make, so make right choices. Your success in every position, whether as a boss, employee, friend, lover, partner, son, depends upon how you respond, not react to the situations. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response, and in our response lies our growth and freedom. Well, the blueprints for transformation of reactions into responses are: number 1, our ability to modulate our emotions. When you are highly emotional, you will keep on reacting. This will lead to wrong decisions and worst and undesirable outcomes. Now you are completely mess. So don't let your emotions overpower you. Better you regulate them. Reacting is emotional. Responding is emotional intelligence. Having emotional intelligence elevates a reaction to a response. Number 2, being result or goal oriented. If you are fun oriented, jealous, impulsive. You may get easily distracted, tempted, and you will choose reaction over response. It may give you peace of mind or temporary pleasure, but it doesn't guarantee your desired outcome. So make your mind and habits result oriented by choosing to respond, not react. This will make your actions more impactful. Once you realize this, you may develop different responses, and how you respond is also critical to your success. Remember your goal, and the goal is the prize, not the reaction. Number 3, empathy. In this I world, everything is about the I, me, and myself. The truth is, successful people are those who have empathy for others. Empathy requires a response, not a reaction. The more we consider others, the better we are at understanding others. Our responses are more informed when we have empathy. Consider this. Many of us would love if our bosses could live in our shoes so they might understand how policies, practices, and procedures impact our work. We believe that when they see the impact, they will make better decisions. We call this empathy, which is a key dynamic to appreciating difference and diversity at work. Number 4, social skill, that is communication. A response requires communication, leadership, conflict management, and collaboration, just to name a few. Cultivating these skills will improve your ability to enhance your interaction with others and ultimately increase the odds of success. Now let's see examples of difference between reaction and response. Once when Mother Teresa was soliciting donations from the members of the general public on the streets of Benares, an ill-tempered youngster misunderstood her mission and suspected that she was spreading Christianity. In an uncontrolled rage, he spat on the outstretched hands of Mother Teresa. So, what she did? Did she spit back or slap him? Well, instead of reacting out of impulse, she chose to respond to this situation. In her kind tone, she said, "That spoiled brat. Thank you, sir, for your kind gift, which I will keep it to myself. Could you kindly give something else for those hungry children in Kolkata?" This is the classic case of a response which is way ahead of the reaction, usually exhibited by the naive, immature people under such challenging circumstances. Two women were taking dinner in a restaurant. Suddenly, a cockroach came flying from nowhere and sat on the shoulder of the most beautiful woman. As beauty and stupidity go hand in hand, she at once got up and began yelling, threw her plate away, and they both were panic-stricken, shouting, cursing, swearing. Everybody in the presence was perplexed, knowing not what to do to soothe their souls. Meanwhile, a gentleman was silently watching all this. When the cockroach sat on his shoulder, he did not make any move, but remained still for a few minutes and let the cockroach settle down fully. When the cockroach was in rest, he grabbed it quickly and threw it out of the window. What do you learn? What the ladies did was a reaction, coming out quickly without any thought behind it, making the situation worse. But what the gentleman did was response, coming out of thoughts, fully controlling the situation. Conclusion is, a reaction is about the moment, whereas response is about the outcome. Understand how your emotions drive your decisions. Don't entertain or act upon your negative emotions. Control your ego, anger, jealousy, greed, revenge, lust for wrong or unwilling people. Understanding this will improve your relationships, your productivity, and your possibilities. This is the blueprints for transforming reactions into responses. The best way to change others is to change yourself. If you take time to learn more about yourself and keep on improving, cultivating new useful habits and discarding old useless harmful habits, then you will be better equipped to respond to others versus react to them. The bottom line is you have a choice. In stressful situations, you can either respond or react. You cannot do both simultaneously, right? Our life is product of our choices. So always make wise choices. Thank you.